This video script is written by Nihar Dash and also video editing by Nihar Dash for public domain purpose only. List of Indian Chief of Army Staff, which is written by Nihar Dash for public domain purpose only. List of Indian Chief of Army Staff, 1947 to 2021. Chief of Army Staff, COAS, of the Indian Army, is the head of the military staff and chairman of the Indian Army Board. At present, General Manoj Mukund Naravane is the Chief of Army Staff who succeeded General Bipin Rawat on 31 December 2019. Check the complete list of Indian Chief of Army Staff from 1947 to 2021. Hemant Singh updated. Dec. 9, 2021 1812 IST. Next Chief of the Army Staff, Manoj Mukund Naravane. List of Indian Chief of Army Staff, 1947 to 2021. Chief of Army Staff, COAS, of the Indian Army is the head of the military staff and chairman of the Indian Army Board. The position of COAS is always held by a four-star general. As the most senior officer serving the Indian Army, the Chief of Army Staff is the military advisor to the Government of India and the Ministry of Defence. At present, General Manoj Mukund Naravane is the Chief of Army Staff. He took office on 31 December 2019, succeeding General Bipin Rawat. In a tragic incident, CD's General Bipin Rawat, his wife Madhulika Rawat, and 11 others aboard the IAF Mi-17 volts 5 helicopter have been declared dead after the chopper crashed in Tamil Nadu's Coonoor, while GP Captain Varun Singh SC, directing staff at DSSC, is currently under treatment at Military Hospital, Wellington. An enquiry has been ordered to ascertain the cause of the accident. So here is our list, which is written by Nihar Dash for public domain purpose only. 1 General Sir Robert Lockhart. 1 General Sir Robert Lockhart. 1 General Sir Robert Lockhart, the 15th of August 1947. The 31st of December 1947, born on the 23rd of June 1893, Beath, North Ayrshire, Scotland. Lockhart was born in Ayrshire, Scotland. His mother was Florence Stewart MacGregor, while other ancestors included Bruces, Hamiltons, Cummings, Wallaces and Douglases. His brother, the writer R. H. Bruce Lockhart, claimed that and quote, "There is no drop of English blood in my veins," and quote. 1. Another brother, J. H. Bruce Lockhart, was headmaster of Sedbergh School, while his nephews Rab Bruce Lockhart and Logie Bruce Lockhart went on to become headmasters of Loreto and Gresham's. Another nephew, J. M. Bruce Lockhart, was an intelligence officer. He married Margaret Amy Campbell on 2 September 1918 in Mussoorie, India. They had one daughter, Mary Mavora Lockhart, who was born in 1919, and a son, Norman Neil Campbell Lockhart, who was born in 1925. Norman Lockhart went on to serve in the Seaforth Highlanders in World War II and the Malayan Emergency, the same regiment as the uncle he was named after, and Rob Lockhart's favorite brother, Norman Douglas Stewart Bruce Lockhart, who was killed at the Battle of Lewes in 1915. 2 General Sir Roy Bucher. 2 General Sir Roy Bucher. 2 General Sir Roy Bucher. 1 January 1948 to 14 January 1949, born on 31 August 1895 in United Kingdom, educated at the Edinburgh Academy, and was commissioned from the Royal Military College, Sandhurst as a second lieutenant into the unattached list for the Indian Army, 15 August 1914. He was attached to the 4th Battalion Cameronians, Scottish Rifles, in the UK from 25 August 1914 to 30 April 1915, when he joined 1st Battalion Cameronians, Scottish Rifles, in France. He remained there until the 8th of November 1915, when he transferred to the 55th Coas Rifles in India, confirmed as a second lieutenant in the Indian Army on the 5th of September 1915. He was promoted to lieutenant on the 15th of November 1916, backdated to the 1st of September 1915 on the 17th of August 1917. 3 Field Marshal K.M. Cariappa 3 Field Marshal K.M. Cariappa 3 Field Marshal K.M. Cariappa, the 15th of January 1949. The 14th of January 1953, born on the 28th of January 1899, Shanavarasanthe, Karnataka, India. Field Marshal Kodandara Madappa Cariappa Ob, the 28th of January 1899 to the 15th of May 1993, was the first Indian Commander-in-Chief (C&C) of the Indian Army. He led Indian forces on the Western Front during the Indo-Pakistani War of 1947. He was appointed Commander-in-Chief of the Indian Army in 1949. He is one of only 2 Indian Army officers to hold the 5-star rank of Field Marshal, the other being Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw. 4 General K.S. Rajendra Singhji 4 General K.S. Rajendra Singhji 4 General K.S. Rajendra Singhji 15. January 1953 to the 14th of May 1955, born on the 15th of June 1899, Kathiawar Vansaj in Gujarat, India. General Maharaj Shri Rajendra Singhji Jadia, DSO, the 15th of June 1899 to the 1st of January 1964, also known as K.S. Rajendra Singhji, was the first Chief of Army Staff of the Indian Army, and the second Indian, after Field Marshal K.M. Cariappa, to become Commander-in-Chief of the Indian Army. 5 General S.M. Srinagesh 5 General S.M. Srinagesh 5 General S.M. Srinagesh, the 15th of May 1955 to the 7th of May 1957, born on the 11th of May 1903, Kolhapur, Maharashtra, India. General Satyavant Malana Srinagesh, also known as Satyavant Srinagul Malana, the 11th of May 1903 to 27 December 1977, was an Indian military officer who served as 3rd Chief of Army Staff of the Indian Army from the 14th of May 1955 till the 7th of May 1957. After retirement, he served as the Governor of Assam from the 14th of October 1959 to the 12th of November 1960 and again from the 13th of January 1961 to the 7th of September 1962. He was the Governor of Andhra Pradesh from 8 September 1962 to the 4th of May 1964 and Governor of Mysore from the 4th of May 1964 to the 2nd of April 1965. He also served as Principal of the Administrative Staff College of India in Hyderabad, Hyderabad State from 1957 to 1959. 6 General K.S. Thimaya 6 General K.S. Thimaya 6 General K.S. Thimaya, the 8th of May 1957 to the 7th of May 1961, born on the 31st of March 1906, Madikeri Korg, Mysore, Karnataka, India. General Kodandara Subaya Thimaya, 1906 to 1965, DSO, was a distinguished soldier of the Indian Army who served as Chief of Army Staff from 1957 to 1961 in the crucial years leading up to the conflict with China in 1962. General Thimaya was the only Indian to command an infantry brigade in battle during the Second World War and is regarded as the most distinguished combat officer the Indian Army has produced. After the Korean War, Thimaya headed a United Nations unit dealing with the repatriation of prisoners of war. After his retirement from the Army, he was appointed commander of the United Nations Peace-keeping Force in Cyprus from July 1964 to December 1965 and died in Cyprus while on active duty on the 18th of December 1965. 7 General P.N. Thapar 7 General P.N. Thapar 7 General P.N. Thapar 8 May 1961 to the 19th of November 1962, born on the 8th of May 1906, Lahore, Punjab, Pakistan. General Pran Nath Thapar, the 23rd of May 1906 to 23 June 1975, was the 4th Chief of Army Staff of the Indian Army. The Sino-Indian War was fought during his term, in which the Indian Army fared poorly. Thapar resigned during the last stages of the war, handing charge to Lieutenant General J. N. Chaudhary. 8 General J. N. Chaudhary 8 General J. N. Chaudhary 8 General J. N. Chaudhary, the 20th of November 1962 to 7 June 1966, born on the 10th of June 1908, West Bengal, India. General Jayanto Nath Chaudhary Ob, Bengali. Jayantanatha Kadari, 10 June 1908 to the 6th of April 1983, was a general officer in the Indian Army. He served as the 6th Chief of Army Staff from 1962 to 1966 and the Military Governor of Hyderabad State from 1948 to 1949. After his retirement from the Indian Army, he served as the Indian High Commissioner to Canada from the 19th of July 1966 until August 1969. 9 General P. P. Kumaramangalam 9 General P. P. Kumaramangalam 9 General P. P. Kumaramangalam, the 8th of June 1966 to 7 June 1969, born on the 1st of July 1913, Kumaramangalam, Kerala, India. General Paramasiva Prabhakar Kumaramangalam, DSO, MBE, FRHS, the 1st of July 1913 to the 13th of March 2000, was the 6th Chief of the Army Staff, COAS, of the Indian Army from 1967 to 1969. He was one of the last British-trained KCIOs to serve in the Indian Army, and the last King's Commissioned Indian Officer, KCIO, to lead the Indian Army. 10 General SHFJ Manekshaw 10 General SHFJ Manekshaw 10 General SHFJ Manekshaw, the 8th of June 1969 to 14 January 1973, born on the 3rd of April 1914, Amritsar, India. Field Marshal Sam Hormusji Framji Jamshedji Manekshaw, 5 MC, the 3rd of April 1914 to the 27th of June 2008, widely known as Sam Manekshaw and Sam Bahadur, and Quat Sam the Brave and Quat Winking Face, was the Chief of the Army Staff of the Indian Army during the Indo-Pakistani War of 1971, and the first Indian Army officer to be promoted to the rank of Field Marshal. His active military career spanned 4 decades and 5 wars, beginning with service in the British Indian Army in World War II. 11 General G.G. Bewar 11 General G.G. Bewar 11 General G.G. Bewar, the 15th of January 1973 to the 31st of May 1975, born on the 11th of August 1916, Karnataka, India. General Gopal Gurunath Bewar PVSMPB, the 11th of August 1916. The 24th of October 1989, was a senior officer of the Indian Army who served as the 8th Chief of Army Staff, and later an Indian diplomat to Denmark. Param Vishisht Seva Medal Ribbon. SVG Param Vishisht Seva Medal Eind Padma Bhushan Bar. PNG Padma Bhushan, 1972, in a long service spanning 4 decades. General Bewar saw action during World War II and later was involved in Indian Army operations in Pakistan, including during the Second War in 1965, as well as effectively commanding the Southern Command during the Third War in 1971. He succeeded Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw as the Army Chief in January 1973, and following his retirement from the Army, served as the Indian ambassador to Denmark till 1979. 12 General Tien Reyna 12 General Tien Reyna 12 General Tien Reyna 1 June 1975 to 31 May 1978 born on 24 January 1921, Srinagar, India. General Tapeshwar Narain Reyna MVC, SM, 24 January 1921 to 19 May 1980, best known as Tien Reyna, was a senior army officer and a diplomat who served as the 9th Chief of the Army Staff of the Indian Army between 1975 and 1978. Upon retirement, he was appointed as the High Commissioner of India to Canada. He was a recipient of the third highest civilian honor of India, the Padma Bhushan. 13 General O.P. Malhotra 13 General O.P. Malhotra 13 General O.P. Malhotra 1 June 1978 to 31 May 1981 born on 6 August 1922 Srinagar, India. General Om Prakash Malhotra, PVSM, 6 August 1922 to 29 December 2015, best known as Op Malhotra, was a senior army officer in the Indian Army who served as the 10th Chief of Army Staff of the Indian Army from 1978 to 1981. Upon retiring from his military service in India, he served in the Indian Foreign Service when he tenured as the Indian Ambassador to Indonesia 1981 to 1984, and later served as a political administrator in India as the Governor of Punjab and Administrator of Chandigarh 1990-1991. 14 General K.V. Krishna Rao 14 General K.V. Krishna Rao 14 General K.V. Krishna Rao 1 June 1981. 31 July 1983 born on 16 July 1923 Vizianagaram, Andhra Pradesh, India. General Kadakalapudi Venkata Krishna Rao, PVSM, 16 July 1923 to 30 January 2016, was a former Chief of the Indian Army and a former Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, Nagaland, Manipur and Tripura. Awards Param Vishisht Seva Medal Ribbon. SVG Param Vishisht Seva Medal. General Rao was commissioned into the Indian Army in 1942. During the 1971 war, his division, the 8th Mountain Division, captured the Sylhet area and liberated northeast Bangladesh. He was the Chief of the Army Staff in 1983 and was appointed Governor of Nagaland, Manipur and Tripura in June 1984. He was Governor of Jammu and Kashmir for the first time from the 11th of July 1989 to the 19th of January 1990 and the second time from the 13th of March 1993 till the 2nd of May 1998. 15 General A.S. Vaidya 15 General A.S. Vaidya 15 General A.S. Vaidya 1 August 1983 to 31 January 1986 born on 27 July 1926 Alibag, Kolaba District, Maharashtra, India. General Arun Kumar Sridhar Vaidya PVSM, MVC and Bar, AVSM, ADC, the 27th of July 1926 to the 10th of August 1986, was a general officer in the Indian Army. He served as the 13th Chief of the Army Staff from 1983 to 1986. Following his retirement, he was assassinated by Harjinder Singh Jinda and Sukhdev Singh Sukha, militants of the Khalistan Commando Force in August 1986. This was done in vengeance of Operation Blue Star. General Arun Vaidya commanded this operation. 16 General K. Sundarji 16 General K. Sundarji 16 General K. Sundarji 1 February 1986 to 30 April 1988 born on 28 April 1928 Chengalpattu, Tamil Nadu, India. General Krishnaswamy and Quat Sundarji and Quat Sundararajan, PVSM, the 28th of April 1928 to 8 February 1999, was the Chief of Army Staff of the Indian Army from 1986 to 1988. He was the last former British Indian Army officer to command the Indian Army. During his army career, he had commanded the Operation Blue Star under orders from Indira Gandhi to clear the Golden Temple Shrine. Widely respected as a scholar warrior, he was regarded as one of the most promising generals of independent India. He introduced a number of technology initiatives to the Indian Army. He was also questioned for his role in recommending the Bofors howitzer in the Bofors scandal. As the Chief of Army Staff, he planned and executed Operation Brass Stacks, a major military exercise along the Rajasthan border. 17 General V. N. Sharma 17 General V. N. Sharma 17 General V. N. Sharma 1 May 1988 to 30 June 1990 Born on 4 June 1930 London, United Kingdom. General Vishwa Nath Sharma, PVSM, AVSM, ADC, born 4 June 1930, was the 14th Chief of the Army Staff of the Indian Army, serving between 1988 to 1992. He was the first Indian COAS to have begun his career in the post-independence Indian Army. 18 General S.F. Rodriguez 18 General S.F. Rodriguez 18 General S.F. Rodriguez 1 July 1990 to 30 June 1993, born on 19 September 1933 Mumbai. Rodriguez joined the Joint Services Wing of the Indian Military Academy in 1949 and was commissioned on 28 December 1952 into the Regiment of Artillery 1. After serving in several field and self-propelled artillery units, he applied for pilot training in the Air Observation Post of the Artillery in 1964 and qualified as an artillery aviation pilot. Between 1964 and 1969, he logged more than 158 flying hours on observation aircraft and helicopters, including 65 hours of combat flying during the 1965 war, in which his unit logged on more than 56 precision artillery fire to effect on enemy formations. 19 General B.C. Joshi 19 General B.C. Joshi 19 General B.C. Joshi 1 July 1993 to 18 November 1994, born on 5 December 1935 Uttarakhand, Uttaranchal, India. General Bipin Chandra Joshi, PVSM, AVSM, ADC, 5 December 1935 to 19 November 1994, was the 17th Chief of Army Staff, COAS, of the Indian Army. He is the only Chief of the Indian Army to die in office, and until the 2021 death of General Bipin Rawat in a helicopter crash, the only full general and serving chairman of the Chiefs of Staff Committee to have died in office. 20 General S. Roy Chowdhury 20 General S. Roy Chowdhury 20 General S. Roy Chowdhury, the 22nd of November 1994. The 30th of September 1997, born on the 6th of September 1937, Kolkata, India. General Shankar Roy Chowdhury, PVSM-ADC, is a former Chief of Army Staff of the Indian Army, and a former member of the Indian Parliament. General Roy Chowdhury was born in Kolkata, West Bengal, India, into the Zamindar family of Taki, India, a Bengali Kayastha family, on 6 September 1937. He received his schooling at St. Xavier's Collegiate School in Kolkata and later at Winburg Allen School, Missouri, and St. George's College, Missouri. He then became a cadet in the Joint Services Wing of the Indian Armed Forces in 1953. 21 General V.P. Malik 21 General V.P. Malik 21 General V.P. Malik 1 October 1997 to 30 September 2000 born on 1 November 1939 Pakistan General Ved Prakash Malik PVSM, AVSM, born 1 November 1939. Served as the 19th Chief of Army Staff of the Indian Army from 30 September 1997 to 30 September 2000. He was the Army Chief during the Kargil War. Awards Param Vishisht Seva Medal Ribbon. SVG. Param Vishisht Seva Medal ATI Vishisht Seva Medal Ribbon. SVG ATI Vishisht Seva Medal 22 General S. Pamanabhan 22 General S. Pamanabhan 22 General S. Pamanabhan 1 October 2000 to 31 December 2002 born on 5 December 1940 Tiruvananthapuram Kerala India General Sundararajan Pamanabhan PVSM, AVSM, VSM, born 5 December 1940 in Tiruvananthapuram, Travancore, is a former General Officer of the Indian Army. He served as the 17th Chief of Army Staff of the Indian Army. General Pamanabhan succeeded General VP Malik on 30 September 2000. He also served as Chairman of the Chiefs of Staff Committee. 23 General NC Vij 23 General NC Vij 23 General NC Vij 1 January 2003 to 31 January 2005 born on 3 January 1943 Jammu India General Nirmal Chander Vij PVSM, UYSM, AVSM, born 3 January 1943, in Jammu, was the 21st Chief of Army Staff of the Indian Army. He held the office from 1 January 2003 to 31 January 2005. General Vij was born on 3 January 1943 at Jammu. He completed his studies at the SRML Higher Secondary School, Jammu and joined the National Defence Academy, NDA, in 1959. He was commissioned into the Dogra Regiment on the 11th of December 1962. Citation needed. 24 General J.J. Singh 24 General J.J. Singh 24 General J.J. Singh 1 February 2005 to 30 September 2007 born on 10 May 1951 Pune Maharashtra India General Joginder Jaswant Singh, PVSM, AVSM, VSM. ADC, born 17 September 1945, is an Indian politician and former Army Chief. He was the 21st Chief of the Army Staff, COAS, of the Indian Army. He was appointed on 27 November 2004, and took over the role when his predecessor, General N.C. Vij, retired on 31 January 2005. He was succeeded by General Deepak Kapoor. He served as the COAS from 31 January 2005 to 30 September 2007. 25 General Deepak Kapoor 25 General Deepak Kapoor 25 General Deepak Kapoor 30 September 2007 to 30 March 2010 born on 1948 Delhi India General Deepak Kapoor PVSM, AVSM, SM, VSM, ADC, B. 1948, served as the 22nd, 1. Chief of the Army Staff of the Indian Army, appointed on 30 September 2007 and Chairman of the Chiefs of Staff Committee appointed on 31 August 2009. 26 General V.K. Singh 26 General V.K. Singh 26 General V.K. Singh 31 March 2010 to 31 May 2012 born on 10 May 1951, Pune Maharashtra India General Vijay Kumar Singh, PVSM, AVSM, YSM, ADC, born 10 May 1950, A, is an Indian politician and a former 4-star general in the Indian Army. B, he is the current Minister of State in the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways and Ministry of Civil Aviation in the second Modi ministry. He previously served as Minister of State for External Affairs, Minister of State, independent charge, for development of the Northeastern region and Minister of State for Statistics and Program Implementation, in the first Modi ministry. 27 General Bikram Singh 27 General Bikram Singh 27 General Bikram Singh 1 June 2012 to 31 July 2014, born on 19 July 1952, Amritsar, Punjab. General Bikram Singh, PVSM, UYSM, AVSM, SM, VSM, ADC, 1. Born 1952, is a retired Indian Army officer who served as the 24th Chief of Army Staff, COAS, of the Indian Army. Previously the General Officer Commanding-in-Chief of the Army's Eastern Command. He succeeded General V.K. Singh as COAS on May 31, 2012. 2. He retired on 31 July 2014. 3. He is the second Sikh to be COAS, the first having been General J.J. Singh. 4. He was also the chairman of the Chiefs of Staff Committee, COSC, of the Indian Armed Forces. 28 General Dalbir Singh Sahag 28 General Dalbir Singh Sahag 28 General Dalbir Singh Sahag 31 July 2014 to 31 December 2016, born on 28 December 1954, Jajjar, Haryana, Delhi, India. General Dalbir Singh Sahag, PVSM, UYSM, AVSM, VSM, ADC, born 28 December 1954, is the current Indian High Commissioner to Seychelles and a former Chief of Army Staff of the Indian Army. He was the 25th Chief of the Army Staff, COAS, of the Indian Army, serving from 31 July 2014 to 31 December 2016, and Vice Chief of the Army Staff prior to that. 29 General Bipin Rawat 29 General Bipin Rawat 29 General Bipin Rawat, 31 December 2016 to 31 December 2019, born on 16 March 1958, Puri, Uttarakhand, India. General Bipin Rawat, PVSM, UYSM, AVSM, YSM, SMVSM, ADC, 16 March 1958 to 8 December 2021, was an Indian military officer who was a 4-star General of the Indian Army. 4. He served as the first Chief of Defence Staff, CDs, of the Indian Armed Forces from January 2020 until his death in a helicopter crash in December 2021. Prior to taking over as the CDs, he served as the 57th Chairman of the Chiefs of Staff Committee, Chairman COSC, of the Indian Armed Forces, as well as 26th Chief of the Army Staff, COAS, of the Indian Army. 30 General Manoj Mukund Naravane 30 General Manoj Mukund Naravane 30 General Manoj Mukund Naravane, the 31st of December 2019, incumbent, born on the 22nd of April 1960, Pune, Maharashtra, India. General Manoj Mukund Naravane, PVSM, AVSM, SM, VSM, ADC, born the 22nd of April 1960, is a retired Indian Army general who served as the 27th Chief of the Army Staff, COAS, as well as the temporary chairman of the Chiefs of Staff Committee from 15 December 2021 until his superannuation on 30 April 2022. He took over as COAS from General Bipin Rawat on 31 December 2019 after the latter completed his term. Prior to his appointment as the COAS, the general served as the 40th Vice Chief of Army Staff, VCOAS, of the Indian Army, General Officer Commanding-in-Chief, GOC and C, of Eastern Command and General Officer Commanding-in-Chief of Army Training Command.